Welcome back, guys. Sherry here. Fairy fountains. I love to farm fairy fountains. And guys, all the materials at a fairy fountain will respawn. In fact, they have a 1% chance to respawn right when you leave the area. However, all materials are not going to respawn at the exact same time. So I usually just come back after a blood moon because that will give the materials sufficient time to respawn. So the blood moon can just be a good indicator to remind yourself to go back and harvest these items if it's items that you're looking for. But I'm going to go over each fairy fountain and where they're located and what they have to offer. We're also going to run across the horse god and the Lord of the Mountain. But right here, this fairy fountain that's located right outside of Kakariko Village, it offers blue nightshade. Now, every single fairy fountain is also going to offer the Silent Princess. But what I'm really looking for when I farm these fairy fountains are the Endura carrots. Now, guys, we can target these with our Sheikah Slate, and it makes it so much easier to find them until you can learn where they are. But right here underneath this tree, we're going to find 2. And over underneath this other tree, we're going to find 1 at this particular fairy fountain. But guys, what we can do is cook up 5 of these, and it's going to give us 2 temporary extra stamina wheels, and this can really help you out in a pinch. But there's something else really special about these fairy fountains. We can actually collect fairies here, and it's always nice to have a fairy in your pocket. That way, it can bring you back to life. Now, if you already have fairies in your pocket, I think you have to have under 3. Like right here, I have 7, but if I hold a few and get my inventory under 3, fairies will appear again. Now 4 of them just appeared, but I must have either been standing too close to one and scared it off, but I can still collect 3, which is going to give me a total of 10 fairies, but I could have had 11. But if you need these fairies, just know that you can come back to a fairy fountain, and if you have under 3 in your inventory, they're going to appear for you. Now, if we head over to this fairy fountain, which is just a little south of Terrytown, this particular fairy fountain is going to offer amaranth. I think that's how you say it. But it's also going to have our Silent Princess, and if we look right over here around back, underneath this tree, we will find 3 Endura carrots. Now the next fairy fountain, it's located just a little south of the Tabantha Tower. You can actually jump from the tower and reach it, but it's going to offer some ore. It's also going to have some mighty thistle, and of course our Silent Princess. And if we go around back and look right here behind these rocks, we will find 2 Endura carrots. Now the next fairy fountain is going to be right down here in the Gerudo Desert, right underneath the Leviathan bones. Now this one's going to have all of our Saflinas. We're going to be able to find the cool Saflina, the warm Saflina, and the electric Saflina. And of course we're going to find our Silent Princess. But if we run right here on the outside of the bones, we will see 4 Endura carrots. Now another place that we can get Endura carrots is here on Satori Mountain, right underneath the great cherry blossom tree. Use your stasis to help you find them. Don't forget to target them with your Sheikah Slate, but we'll find 4 right underneath this tree. We're also going to find some Silent Princesses, but if you're lucky, you could actually run across the Lord of the Mountain. Now the Lord of the Mountain is going to spawn on a crescent moon at a random time of the day or night. And he's going to spawn right here underneath this great cherry blossom tree. He's going to be surrounded by blurbies, and thanks to you guys for letting us know, you can shoot some shock arrows into this water and collect all kinds of rupees. And all of those Endura carrots that we've been collecting, cook up 5 of them, and you're going to get an Enduring Fried Wild Greens dish, which is going to give you 2 temporary extra stamina wheels, and then you can just hit these guys a couple more times without running out of stamina. Now the Lord of the Mountain, he will spook easily, and I think you can only spook him twice before he is gone for good. I mean, he will come back on a crescent moon, he will spawn again, but if he spawns and you scare him away, he'll just be gone until the next time he spawns. But right here, as you'll see in just a minute, he comes back. And another good reason for these Endura carrots and having 2 extra stamina wheels is because you can tame the Lord of the Mountain, but it takes quite a bit of stamina to do so. And once you tame him, unfortunately, we cannot register him at a stable, but you can ride him as long as you want. But once you get off him after a few minutes, he will run away and he will be gone until he spawns again. Now, he automatically, I think, has 5 spurs. You can feed him an Endura carrot. However, it will not give him any extra spurs. And you can also feed him apples. Now, there is something very special that happens to this mountain when the Lord of the Mountain is present. All of the animals will multiply, so it's a really good spot to go hunting while he is present. But there's also a beetle tree and or butterfly tree on this mountain. And if you'd like to know more information about that, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Now, there are a couple of more spots on this mountain that you can find some more Endura carrots. We can find 4 right here underneath this tree. There are 3 more right here next to this body of water. And then there are 2 more just randomly placed as we make our way down the hill. But just target these carrots with your Sheikah slate and they're pretty easy to find on Satori Mountain. But now let's make our way on over to the Horse God, where we're going to find some more Endura carrots. Now, depending on what time of the day you get here, just like the Lord of the Mountain, you're going to have some butterflies. But the butterflies are only going to be here during the day. So if you get here at night, you can always just build yourself a fire, and then in the morning, you're going to find some butterflies. Now, we're going to find summer wing and winter wing butterflies here. Sometimes these guys will fly over the water, so just be patient. But there's also some hot-footed frogs here. So I suggest trying to use some stealth armor and just take your time. I think there's 6 or 7 frogs here as well. And guys, I always try to catch the butterflies first. It just seems easier. But if you'll just take your time and don't chase the frogs, they won't run from you. And using your stealth armor while swimming will help tremendously. But now, to get to the Endura carrots, they're actually up top. And sometimes it does rain here, guys, so if it's raining and you can't climb or something, just build yourself a fire until you get a pretty day and just make your way up top. And over here on the right-hand side, we're going to find 2 Endura carrots. And then let's just make our way over to the other side where we will find 3 Endura carrots. But now there's something really special about this horse god. There's a reason, I guess, it's called a horse god. Because if something were to happen to your beloved horse, you can actually come here and get it revived. Now, the first time, you're going to get it for free. If it happens again, this horse god is actually going to ask for an Endura carrot to revive your horse. But as soon as you pay the horse god an Endura carrot, your horse will be revived, good as new, and you can ride off into the sunset. And guys, one more thing, you can actually feed your horse an Endura carrot, and it's going to give it some extra spurs. Now, I have the ancient gear on my horse, which means I can summon him from anywhere, and it will also give it some extra spurs. So if you'd like to see where to get that, I'm going to leave a link in the description. And here is the location for the horse god, right here at Melania Spring. But now, if you would like to see tips for Trials of the Sword, click here. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for over 11,000 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys next time.